morning and good afternoon, boomers. Champagne Crypto, the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne, the boomer of all the boomers, the crypto commander-in-chief, here with another live stream. Today we're talking about this EOS SEC settlement and pay-to-play blockchains. I want to give my opinion. This live stream will be a little shorter than most. I'm feeling like switching it up. I may do more car videos like I did yesterday. I may do shorter live streams. I may switch up the topics for you. The audibles are possible. So be ready on the pivot foot. Main event is here. Niagara Gardner's here. Trap Talk TV, Rafterman, and the rest of the boomers. I like going on earlier. It seems like the boomers are here. I've been doing later videos this week, doing them around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern time, and there's a little bit less action. So I'm appreciative of the boomers that are here in the late mornings, early afternoons, how we are on usually at these times. So, I appreciate you, maniacs. Niagara, main event, Trap Talk TV, the rest of the boomers. Today we're talking about the EOS SEC settlement and the pay-to-play blockchains. But first, we're going to check out the markets, see where the prices are and where they may be headed. I encourage you guys to check out my video yesterday. I'm talking about new blood. I think that's what's needed to surpass all-time highs. Today, I'm going to be talking about these crypto regulations, these pay-to-play blockchains. I'm going to give you my personal opinion, and it may not be popular. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't get the notification in the evening, but I get them in the morning, says Lucky Lewis. Yeah, you never know. You never know, and that's why you guys got to take it upon yourselves to make sure that you tune in on your own. Come to the channel and check. Shout out to Rafterman. He just dropped me $2. Boom. I appreciate that, Rafterman. Let me drop some fiat off the ceiling for you. Rafterman, one of our more gratuitous boomers. Guys, show some love if you like. If you're getting some value from the stream, all the proceeds go to the young boomer and the young boomette. They're getting strong. They're getting strong indeed. Shout out to Rafterman, Lucky Lewis, Niagara, main event, Trap Talk TV, and the rest of the boomers out there. Let's go ahead and turn off these dollar bills, share my screen, hit refresh, and see what's really popping, what's really shaking and baking over there on the market cap on CMC. What's up with the math today? Market cap, let me hit refresh, make sure we're up to date here. Refresh here. I'm using the Brave browser as always. That's why the ads are blocked. Make sure you download it immediately and block the ads yourself, and you can get paid by clicking on ads with this browser, and I'll be saying that in all my streams. You got Bitcoin there at 81.95, trading sideways. You got the market cap for all the crypto at 217 billion and Bitcoin dominance at 67.6. It's about the same thing. You got Bitcoin again 81.95, Ether looking slim at 174. Then you got Bitcoin Cash 220, Litecoin 56, EOS 293. Guys, does Ripple exist so that Bitcoin will look legit? I thought about this the other day. Are they trying to play the law of polarity on us? I've been telling you guys, that these the top of the pyramid, they run with ancient mystery schools and occult practices. And one of them being the law of polarity. I'm starting to think Ripple, not only is it a Trojan horse, but maybe the third level is it could be there to make Bitcoin look good as well. Listen, I've already told you guys how I feel about the bits. I think it's compromised. I'm not buying into the Nakamoto story anymore. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to keep it 1,000. Now, that being said, I believe that this thing is going to kapump, and it's being allowed to kapump, and I believe it will be at one point the new currency that most people are running on. So yes, is it going to pump? Yes. Okay, but is it that peer-to-peer, decentralized? Is it going to bring salvation to the markets? No. Okay, I think that's how I feel. I'm going to be talking about that. Good evening from Slovakia. Shout out to Michael Toth. Niagara Gardner says EOS doesn't sit right with me. I can see why it doesn't. We're going to be talking about this settlement that they did with the SEC for unregistered securities. Let me go ahead and finish off the pricing here and, giving out the calls for the price, and we'll dive and slide right into that topic. Bitcoin Cash at 220, Litecoin at 56, EOS, we'll be talking about that today at 293, Binance at 1558, Satoshi Vision, another garbage bag. I don't even know how this coin remains in the top 10. Even the court says that apparently the fake Toshi's been manufacturing fraudulent evidence. Apparently they don't believe the evidence, so I don't even know why anybody would continue to trade this. Makes you think and question all these markets, guys. I'm starting to think that none of these are really true sovereign coins. Maybe Monero. I think that Monero may be the only true hitter. here. Stellar there at 5 cents, Leo at 104, Cardano at 3, Monero at 55, Tron at 1, Huobi at 315, and you guys could check out the rest of the prices there on CMC. Guys, I want to talk about this settlement here with EOS, okay? EOS Maker, Block 1, so that's the company behind the EOS software that's headed by Dan Larimer and friends, and you know, they did a big event over there in DC during the summer to announce their voice social media network that will require KYC, and you can see them shaking and baking, rubbing elbows with some of the politicians out there. And you know, I'm questioning this voice, I'm questioning the intent of the EOS, and bottom line is that a few months later now the SEC is basically giving them a free pass after they paid $24 million in penalties for conducting an unregistered security sale. This was announced Monday evening. So my understanding is that they collected over $1 billion worth of capital, and now they just pay a quick $24 million, and you know, the door opens for them. So this is pay-to-play blockchain, and I'm starting to sniff around the entire space. I'm starting to think all of crypto's pay-to-play, including Bitcoin, and I'm going to tell you why. What is the main source for people purchasing Bitcoins in the United States? It has, and the majority of the Bitcoins have been in and out as far as fiat through Coinbase. Coinbase has been paying to play. Okay, why are they there? What's going on? You could see that with Gemini. So even the things that are associated with Bitcoin, which is so-called decentralization, Coinbase has been paying to play. So what you're gonna see, what we're seeing here is something no different than the fiat system, where there's fraud, there's funny money, there's fraudulence, and you got to pay the piper. At the end of the day, you could be as decentralized as you want, but what rules here is the power of violence that these states have. If you don't pay to play with them, or if you don't listen to what's going on, they'll just go ahead and arrest you. So forget about decentralization. The idea is really sexy and cool, but at the end of the day, you know, the final solution in the flesh here is violence. And, you know, that's the bottom line. So, you know, you could be decentralized as you want. Once the big man knocks on the door, they can go ahead with the violence. And that's what we've seen, you know, with the black markets. And, you know, if you look at something even like, you know, marijuana industry, you know, marijuana as a plant is decentralized. You can't really change the plant. But, you know, the regulators, they could do what they want. They could kick down your door and they can confiscate it. And, you could argue that Bitcoin is unconfiscatable. But once the violence kick in, a lot of people fold their cars, guys. You know, that's the bottom line. Queens Races is here. He says, good afternoon, champ. I thought we'd kapump by now. Listen, Queens, the bottom line here is that this whole thing is manipulated, okay? Satoshi is a fraud, too. I'm going to go out and say it. I'm not spreading FUD. I'm being at 1,000. This thing has been DARPA'd out from the beginning. For all we know, it's a bagel operation. We're seeing all the crypto outfits have paid to play, including Coinbase. Why do you think they've allowed Bitcoin in and out? Okay, because Coinbase has paid to play. Okay, if they don't pay to play, they get shut down. Now, the black market could increase the price. Okay, let's say if they ban Bitcoin, that could increase the price. But, you know, at the end of the day, if this is going to be mass adopted and it's going to be the technology that many are expecting it, it's only because the top of the pyramid has allowed it to occur. So that's what I'm saying. Sounding like me lately, champ. Not Ty. I'm keeping it 1,000. You know how it is. And it's not me being negative. It's looking at things the way they are. And the positive side of this is that we got in early. We recognize that this is the new wave. And this thing is going to go up. Okay? Whether it's manipulated or not, I could say that we will go close to the all-time high is my prediction for this happening. So whether it's fraud or not, guys, you know, it's safe to say that it's being allowed to pump. It's what it is. Shout out to Thai City, Queens Races. But, you know, once you look into it, you know, Bitcoin, there's no privacy. Okay. The only thing I think really it has going for it that is that technically it's unconfiscatable. But, you know, this whole thing could be tracked. In fact, there's less privacy with blockchains than there is with just fiat paper. Okay. And you got to keep it 1,000, you know. I think people read the Satoshi white paper. It's like the new Communist Manifesto. It sounds great on paper, but when you start really sniffing on it, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, the champ, is considering all angles. And I'm a Bitcoin believer as far as the price. I do think it's the new standard. But, you know, once you see things like The Economist mag back in like 88 saying that there's going to be a one world currency, and you see the ones and zeros, guys, the symbols and the numerology are there. And, you know, it is what it is, guys. The scheme and the fraud goes way deeper than one may imagine. And, you know, I'm starting to come to terms with that. Shout out to Johnson Cackery. Shout out to Thai City. Queen's Races just dropped me $2. Thank you. Dollars out the ceiling. We got Bitcoin there at 81.94. This won't pump until they allow it to. It's bottom line. And, you know, the suits are here, guys. The institutions are here. The market makers are here. And they could pump and dump this thing if they like. I don't think it's going to dump much lower. I mean, we could see it go maybe to the $6,000 gap. We discussed that on some of the technicals that we viewed last week on the live streams. But when you see EOS paying the piper $24 million, and they've been giving a pass. Let's read the release. The SEC has simultaneously granted Block One an important waiver. Okay, a waiver. So you pay 24 mil, you get the waiver. So that Block One will not be subject to certain ongoing restriction that would usually apply with settlements of this type. Block One believes the SEC granting this type of waiver evidences Block One continued commitment to compliance and best practices in the United States and globally. So, I mean, the fact that they're paying that, it's already showing you that, you know, they're admitting, you know, they're, you know, you pay the piper and that's it. You know, once you capitulate to the state, then, you know, you're playing their game. Anyone else having buffering issues? I'm not surprised if we're getting buffered out there, main event. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully the replay has recorded everything I'm saying. Pay to play, anyone shocked? No, I'm not. I'm not shocked at all. But, you know, listen, at the end of the day, and I'm saying this, even Bitcoin, with all this about its decentralization, it's the king of crypto. It will be the king of crypto. It is the leader. But it's not here to save anybody. Okay. At the end of the day, this is, I'm speculating. I'm betting this is DARPA from the beginning, and that Nakamoto is a tall tale. Robert Hammock says, Shiva Boom. I don't know what that means. But welcome to the box. You know, and I'm saying pay to play blockchain. Coinbase has pay to play. That's why they can sell Bitcoin. And the other outfits, Gemini, you'll see, you know, even these decentralized, so-called decentralized exchanges. I saw Crypto Bridge the other day. They just brought the KYC in. So listen, it could be as decentralized as a seed of a plant. But at the end of the day, if the powers that be, the man behind, the one with their finger on the trigger, says yes or no, you know, the final solution in the flesh here is violence. We see that. You know, the final solution spiritually is the big man upstairs. But while you're in this realm here, you know, it's, you know, violence makes a big difference. Just watch 2-hour congressional hearing on crypto. They're talking about one big USA ledger that does tax transactions on the fly. Absolutely. And we've said this before, you know, Ripple could be the Trojan horse. The Fed coin may be introduced, but at the end of the day, blockchain in and itself makes it easier for the powers that be to tax you. Okay. So, you know, maybe they knew that from the beginning, and the signs were there on the cover of The Economist. But listen, bottom line here is that we're one step ahead. We see the play, and Bitcoin's going to go up. Okay. PayPal had competitors, but they got snuffed out. Why didn't PayPal? They lined the right pockets. Exactly. So, you know, these institutions, it's all pay to play, guys. It's all pay to play. And you could go ahead and get hype about a decentralized currency. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, violence is what moves here. Okay. You know, the power of violence, the power to tax and violence. And listen, if you don't pay attention to the big man, they come and they violently take you and lock you up. And that's what it is. I've been taking profits for bills. Bitcoin isn't pumping yet. I see things now as I'll invest and one day it'll pump. No more hype over it going to 1K, 2K. Screw that. I don't think it's going to go that low, Queens. I think it's here. And, you know, the system has holes in it. The fiat system has holes in it. And, you know, they're running it into the ground. And, you know, this is the plan B. And this could be the end of paper money, and they can make a Bitcoin-based system. But again, it's a system that I believe they had planned to control from the get. You know, they promised decentralization, but at the end of the day, you know, in and out of fiat, you got to pay the piper. So, you know, what happened to other outfits like, you know, you see Veritasium, for instance, which is a coin, and their team is based out of New York. They got fined by the SEC, and they're having big trouble. And, you know, they haven't been able to, I guess, they don't have 24 million to pay the piper, so they're going to get shut down. So what you're seeing here is this guy, you got to pay to play. It's not about innovation. It's not about decentralization. It's not about none of that. Okay. And, you know, the government and the SEC don't care about the American people. They care about the fines that they can collect to continue the scheme where they are the controllers. And it is what it is. 100K vary, says Robert. Yeah, we know that Veritasium, they got shut down or they got fined. And, you know, apparently they haven't been able to pay the piper, you know. But I'm sure if they paid up to 24 million, then the door will open. What does this say to young developers? What does this say to young entrepreneurs? It's not about the technology that you can create. It's not about the rules. It's if you could pay the piper. It's the bottom line. And we've known this, guys. You know, it is what it is. You know, I wouldn't expect it any other way. You know, you get hints and promises of, you know, new techs and new ideas bringing salvation, but at the end of the day, nothing is going to save anything except the big man upstairs. Not the Communist Manifesto, not the right, not the left, not Satoshi Nakamoto, not Bitcoin, not Ripple, or anything like that, guys. You just got to see where things are headed and anticipate and move forward. Bitcoin to 50K at 2020. It could be, Johnson. And if it does, it's all because the piper let him at the end of the day. But, you know, I think decentralization is like, it's a meme. Okay. I'm starting to believe it's a meme, and I'll tell you why. It's like saying power to the people. What does that really mean? Okay. It's like decentralization. I mean, you know, how decentralized is it? You got to ask these questions. Now, the price is going to go up. The halvening is going to, I mean, the trend of Bitcoin is forward, up. Absolutely. And, you know, in the meantime and in between time, these institutions are hodling. But yeah, that's what it is. Queen's Racers just dropped a comment. He says, Champ, there's a faster way to withdraw from Coinbase. You can link your PayPal account and it goes to your PayPal instantly. And then to transfer it to your bank, that's where PayPal takes the cut. Okay. Yeah, I know that you could, do that. He says, but it's better than waiting 12 hours or 24/7. Yeah, you're going to have to pay some fees there with the PayPal. And again, you know, all that is tracked, and ultimately that will be taxed as well. But, you know, we are expecting that. You know, give Caesars what Caesars, guys. It is what it is. But yeah, you could also use other outfits. There's like Gemini. Gemini is another one. And when you withdraw, I think they usually get your money in the account in less than 36 hours. Or no, what is it? I would say, you know, about 48 hours they get it in. So if you got time to wait, Gemini also deposits it directly. So, you know, but these are outfits. You know, Gemini, who are they owned by? The Winklevoss twins. And those are the same people that were in bed with Facebook. And you see, you know, it's the top tiers of these guys that they're the ones that are allowed. You don't see a layman all of a sudden making something and the door opening for them. It doesn't work that way, guys. You know, the system is not based on merit. Okay, nor is it based on the merit of technology either. That's why some of these young gunners, these young investors, they see a token and they say, well, it's way better it's faster. It has better fundamentals. It's, you know, this, that, and third. But at the end of the day, this market doesn't work on merit. It's a manipulated fraud market. Johnson says the PayPal fee sucks. Yeah, you know, if you could wait, you know, 48 hours or 3 days, it's better to so you can avoid that. I think in 2021, the price will be amazingly high, over 100K, says Rafterman. And listen, again, you know, me coming clean and telling you how I feel and my opinions of Bitcoin in the blockchain space and the pay to play that we're seeing and all that doesn't negate the fact that I think that Bitcoin is the world reserve currency. In fact, I believe in what this Economist Mag has been showing us here with the rising phoenix and the burning dollars. But, you know, I don't think it's here to save anybody from anything. I think it's here to consolidate power even further. But yeah, I mean, that's probable, you know, 2021, 100K Bitcoin, you know, I would say more like, you know, by 2025. Yeah, Main Event says, Bix Weir has been preaching for years that all of these markets are rigged, even crypto. Yeah, and I check out Bix. I am a subscriber, but his position is that there's good guys behind the scenes, and that, you know, Bitcoin was probably created by Alan Greenspan to save the economy. I mean, he's, in my opinion, still waiting for a savior, and you know, I don't think anybody's here to save anything. Okay, the only savior is the Lord himself. Okay, that's the bottom line here, folks. It's the thing, you know, with these, you know, like the Communist Manifesto, the socialism, and even the Bitcoin white paper. A lot of these things, in a way, they take tropes from Christianity. And it's like, you know, certainly communism and social justice warriors are counterfeit Christianity, if you haven't figured that one out yet. Bitcoin price will change forever after halving. I agree. I agree, Johnson. I think we'll discover a new price. There will be a new price. Absolutely. Main Event says Bitcoin could be the mark. Hopefully not. I think we're already marked. I think the internet's part of that as well. Everybody's already marked on the internet. You know, look at the, you know, if you got an Apple phone, that is, you know, the apple has already been bitten. Again, the fraud goes way deeper than, you know, some of the first or second graders may believe. You know, you understand that things are being manipulated, but it goes way deeper. And guys, money is not the motivation. This thing goes way deeper than just getting some more money. These guys can print money at thin air. I don't think money is the motivation here. CryptoZilla says, I hear that, champ. You know it. You know it. And it is what it is. You know, champ is here reporting the word every single day, and I'll, you know, keep it 1,000. You know, I don't bite my tongue. I'll snipe people out the box. And it is what it is. Ty City says, I'm heavy into Ripple just in case. And listen, at the end of the day, I can see your logic. I'm not into Ripple. You know, I think that Bitcoin definitely has a lot more. It's a lot more sound. You know, I like that you can mine it, and it seems like it's less manipulative. It's less easily manipulated. That's what I'm trying to say, than something like Ripple. But you know, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast here, you know, what if Ripple is just there to make Bitcoin look good? Like, oh, look at the bad coin. This is the one that's the centralized coin. But listen, don't hold Ripple, hold Bitcoin. You know, they play that with you, you know. It's ancient mystery school, black magic, occult practices, laws of polarity, trying to make you think binary, right or left. Either you're with the lefties or the righties. Guys, those both the paths leads to the same slaughterhouse. Okay, and it's only until you could choose the third alternative and think out of the box that perhaps maybe you won't be led to that slaughterhouse. I feel like anything over 20K will only happen if the dollar collapses. Who knows what 20K would even buy at that point? Time will tell, not financial advice. Exactly. We don't know. And, you know, I'm confident that we will see all-time highs at one point. But, you know, I've also questioned whether the pattern of Bitcoin will follow that of Litecoin's happening recently and fall short of the all-time high. And that's why my predictions here for the new price of Bitcoin in and around the halving will be around 16 to 22,000. Okay. I still believe that, you know, Bitcoin has chances to go up even to the 6-figure levels, but I would say that's more in a 5-year time zone. But again, it has to be all fraud, guys. At the end of the day, you know, when you see the SOC settling for 24 million, and yet they're still being hard on Veritasium, they haven't been clear as to what the regulations are. They don't care about innovation. They don't care about that. Okay, if not, they would have laid down the rules easily. They don't care about new blockchain startups. They care about controlling the system. Ripple supply too much might take years to boom. Yeah, I'm not interested in Ripple. And it's evident now, I mean, that Bitcoin is the one. I mean, you haven't figured that out. It's already been chosen as the one. It is the one. And again, you know, look at the Economist magazine. I think there's some truth here, believe it or not. I'm getting ads by the Brave browser, and you can too, and start earning those bad tokens. 8180, and let's see where we're at. You know, at the beginning of the year, I always predicted that we would close out 2020 a little bit less than 10,000. I would say around 995, and that's looking to maybe be true. Let's see what all shakes and bakes. Overall, I still feel good about holding Bitcoin because, you know, I think that the price is going to go up, and we're one step ahead of the overall fraud. The fraud in the matrix goes several levels deep. And, you know, once you see the fiat fraud, you think you're okay because you're holding Bitcoin. But, you know, it could go even deeper than that. Just wanted to give you my opinion there on pay-to-play blockchains, guys. All these blockchains, the ones that survives, there's chosen ones, and those have pay-to-play. And I think even Bitcoin itself paid-to-play when you got outfits like Coinbase and Gemini that haven't been touched by anybody. Why? Why are they, you know, it's like Coinbase, the door was right open for them. Who set up Coinbase? Who's behind Coinbase? Robert Hammock says crypto to clean house and beyond. Thai City said, I second that 100K Bitcoin with a totally dead dollar will be bad. Listen, if the dollar dies, there's going to be blood on the streets, and things are going to be bad for a lot of people. I mean, you know, whether Bitcoin's here or not, a collapse of the dollar, you know, there's going to be some pain. Even if ultimately there's a better system that rises from the ashes, you know, the death of the dollar, a lot of people are plugged in. The system runs on this. So if, you know, if the system dies and a new one resurfaces, I mean, during that death, there's going to be some pain. Yeah, absolutely. And we just got to think ahead. And, you know, I think we can all agree here that the play is going to be digital currencies. Like, you know, that's bottom line, you know. Just like everything moved to online, you know, they told you before, don't give your personal information online. Don't do things online because you might get scammed. Before you know it now, you're giving your personal information. You have a car come pick you up and you jump in a car with a stranger. All the things they told you not to do. So, you know, I would not be surprised if the dollar does die and the system is replaced by digital currencies. 26 minutes here on the live stream. 17 crypto maniacs. Pay-to-play blockchains. What other blockchains have pay-to-play? I wouldn't be surprised if the entire top 10 has somehow pay-to-play. If the entire, because look, even Binance already, they're set up shop in the U.S. They're already lining up the regulators' pockets. I mean, they're setting up a legit outfit. Okay, so Binance paid to play. Satoshi Vision, I don't know. Stellar, they're in bed with IBM. Litecoin, I don't know. Ripple obviously is a you know, Trojan horse. Ether, they've already been cleared, and you know, don't forget to have some precious metals, and those are rigged as well. You know, the silver markets are rigged. We already know that, but there is value in silver. And again, listen, guys, it's not to be negative. This is actually a positive. You see the truth, and you're one step ahead of it, and you see what's going on. What it's bad for is those that don't really see, and you know, they still think that, you know, there's a good guy behind the scenes it's going to come save them. Hit the likes indeed, Rafterman. Hit the likes indeed. The like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Stay tuned into the good crypto word. The SEC deal with EOS was too much of a sweetheart deal. I wonder if the government is doing something on the EOS blockchain in the future. And right, the first thing that comes to mind, McLovin, is voice, the social media that's going to require everybody to KYC. Imagine they had Facebook with, I mean, listen, they're already tracking everybody with, Facebook is DARPA. Okay, Facebook is DARPA. I'm not buying that even Zuckerberg is the truth. They made a movie to try to convince you about the story, guys. Hollywood's into it. Facebook, they paid the piper as well. Okay, they paid the piper as well. And let's see, maybe EOS is like Facebook 3.0 and in the form of voice. But yeah, you got the Commonwealth of Virginia giving Block 1, I believe, 600,000 so that they can set up an office out there. So not only, I mean, you have municipalities paying them to do business. So it's crazy. Agreed, champ. Something is up. Yeah, it's something's up, guys. And listen, as cool as this Nakamoto story is, okay, my little cousin, okay, you know, come on, guys. Come on, guys. They give you like, I mean, it sounds like a nursery, like, you know, something you would tell your kids to go to sleep. You know, it's one step away from the Santa Claus story. Okay. And, you know, I'm starting to wake up, and I'm you know, I'm a little down on myself that I would even believe in Santa for a second there. But, you know, once in you know, it comes a time where every kid every kid should realize that Santa's not real, guys. And neither is Satoshi, guys. Satoshi's not real, guys. To be honest with you, Satoshi's not real, guys. Come on, $24 million fine for a $4 billion raise. Something is up, exactly. And then you got Veritasium, and they're getting shut down. And why are they not allowed? You know, we got Robert Hammocks keeps saying something Shiva and boom. I don't know what that means. And maybe, you know, you're saying something of value, but it's certainly coming across like you're either shilling something or you're talking crap. So I don't know. Watch out there, Robert. I don't know right there. Why is Block One opening up headquarters located in Washington, D.C.? That's what I'm saying, McLovin. And why is Virginia paying them money to do so? Also, they print Tether. Right. I think Brock it has something to do with Tether as well. So, you know, guys, the piper has been paid to play blockchains. And in fact, you know, look out for them. The pay to play blockchains, guys. Bitcoin's one. Okay. Bitcoin or the outfits that go in and out of Bitcoin, they pay to play. U.S. government is corrupt as any other government does to deal with EOS. Absolutely. Marlon knows the deal. What I'm saying here, though, Marlon, is that Bitcoin is compromised, too. And that Bitcoin, that Satoshi never existed to begin with. Okay. It's a tall tale. Satoshi is Santa Claus for the crypto space. Okay. He's not real, guys. And we got to come to terms with that. Satoshi was made up, arguably, by the deep state. And the only true crypto out there is Monero. And I would think that Monero will probably stay black market. We need to stop with the proud flag waving in the U.S. We are no better than anyone else. I think the idea of the U.S. is cool. I'm not against the flag. You know, I like the neighbors waving the flag out here. I'm thinking about putting one outside as well. But, you know, as far as the SEC, I don't think that they're trying to wave the flag either. Maybe this is why Trump doesn't like Bitcoin. He sees the facade, maybe. No, absolutely not. I think that Trump's part of the matrix, too. There's no difference between Trump and Pelosi, guys. They play for the same team. Okay, there's, you know, for those that are believing in QAnon, that's another LARP. Okay, that's just to keep you going, guys. Trump is not... There's Trump, Pelosi, the left and the right, they play for the same team. They're only out there fighting to make it look like something's going on. But guys, come on. It's not right or left. None of them. It's you know, Trump's just doing his, you know, his Trumpness. Hold your keys and your silver, says Rafterman. Listen, silver looks undervalued, though. I mean, it's 80 to 1 against gold. You know, silver, we know it's manipulated, obviously, and that's evidence has came out. But it could still be undervalued. Listen, that doesn't mean that things... Look, the U.S. dollar in and itself is manipulated. Is that going to stop you from working? Is that going to stop you from, you know, setting up business? No. In blockchains, we should trust no government, says Marlon. You know, listen, decentralization, Marlon, though, is you know, is a meme, though. I'm starting to realize that. And it's just as good as saying power to the people. It means absolutely nothing. It's just, like, what does it say? It sounds good. It sounds deep, but it really means nothing. And look, I think that, you know, in some instances, if you have the right people in government, you know, then centralization could be a good thing. You know, at the end of the day, it's who's at the top. But it's all compromised at the end of the day. It's all compromised, and you should know that and move accordingly. This is why I support POS, not POW. But listen, POS, POW is no different than right or left. They all lead to the same slaughterhouse. It's the same thing. POS is the way to real decentralization. Real decentralization will never be achieved. And it's just as much as hype as, you know, the Communist Manifesto in itself saying, you know, capital is bad. The workers are going to rise and we're going to give back the power to the populace. And, you know, it's going to be controlled with that. But at the end of the day, there's still a centralized entity that needs to handle things. Decentralization, you know, things are not going to handle themselves. And, you know, also decentralization is putting your power into the AI, you know. Again, I'm starting to question the decentralization meme. I get it. You know, I understand why it's more attractive on the surface, but I'm like 34 levels deeper than that right now. And I'm questioning Marlon. I'm throwing out all the questions, and you'll get it here with the champ. You know, I'm not leaving anything off the table here. But yeah, I'm starting to think decentralization is hype. Yeah. Better AI than humans. See, I disagree with you there. Absolutely not. AI is the Tower of Babel. I trust in humans and the Lord. Okay. bottom line is that no, AI is not better than humans. And they want to make you believe that. They want to have you hate humans. They want to eradicate humans, guys. They want to lower the population. They want you to believe that AI is more important than a spiritual, good, righteous person. Humans lie, and I don't trust anyone. Yeah, right. And then, but you're trusting in something like artificial. You're trusting in GMO. It's saying, and again, who's making the AI? It's something that's built by humans. So it's the Tower of Babel 2.0. I encourage you to read the story, and it's not going to work, guys. It's not going to work. The only salvation here, I'm telling you guys, once you start peeling off the layers and levels, you start realizing that the stories that they told you when you're a little champion, they become more real as you grow up. And Santa ain't real, guys. And neither is Nakamoto. And decentralization or AI is not going to save anybody. But again, I know some people will disagree, but this is the conclusions I'm coming to. Decentralized is basically centralized to blockchain witnesses. Yeah, there's always going to be something in control. You have to have a head. You can't create an egalitarian society where everybody's equal. You can't have a system that's completely decentralized, that's completely equal. These things are cool and they sound good on paper, but that's not the way it works. Okay? That's not the way it works. That's why there's a pyramid structure on the bottom of the back of your bill. There's always something controlling. Do you follow Chris Dwayne, champ? He's always spoken like this, that crypto isn't what we think it is. Never heard of him. Marlon says things should not be equal. They're not. They're not equal. Nothing's equal out here. Everything has its own uniqueness. Listen, if everything is equal, then no one would have a reason to be better than anything else. If everything's equal, you have to stay equal. You couldn't be better. But machines should be the referee, not the people. I disagree, Marlon. I disagree with you. But we're not going to agree with everything. But I don't put my trust in the machine. The machine, the referee is the man upstairs, not the machine. But some people want to pray to the machine. There's people that pray to Google now. They trust in Google more than their own spirituality, than their own gut feelings, than their own morality. Machines don't have no self-interest and don't lie. That's what you think. that you're assuming that. You're assuming that. But anyhow, I'm not going to be putting my faith in the AI. Maybe you could, and we'll see how that works out. But I think we could both agree that the government's out to tax you, and that Bitcoin is going to kapump. I think Bitcoin is the one. It's the chosen one. Main Event says Chris Dwayne is a big silver guy. I'll check him out. The Matrix movies were enough for me to not like AI, says Main Event. Yeah. But listen, what we're here is that, all this stuff is people trying to find a system that's gonna bring them out of the beast. We're in the beast right now, guys. We're in the belly right now. In fact, so I was doing some research, or someone was saying something online, is that how the main chemical, it's not hydrogen, it's what chemical? Now I'm going blank, but the chemical compound is 666, which is, what is it? Carbon? I think it's carbon. I think it's carbon. I'm not sure, but is it hydrogen? No, that's not hydrogen. I think it's carbon. Thai City says EOS paid 1% of the ICO. That's less than taxes. Yeah, they got a sweetheart deal. Yeah, machines can be also coded to lie. Absolutely. And I'm gonna go so far as that AI is bullshit too, guys. Don't. There's never going to be a truly sentient machine. It's all bullshit. That's another hype. That's to get you to believe in a machine that somebody else is running. That's another Wizard of Oz scam. AIs are not self-aware, guys. Okay, it's another magic trick. There is no self-aware AI. It's all, it's as much as a trick as the theory of evolution. Okay, it's a bunch of bullshit. But, hopefully sooner than later, people could awaken to that. But nah, I disagree, Marlon. I'm not AI friendly. I don't care for AI. I'm not, in fact, I'm trying to go the opposite. I'm trying to do things on my own as much as possible. I don't want AI holding the champ's keys. Okay, I don't need the AI doing anything for me. I'll do it myself. The more that you put the work in somebody else's hands, whether it be the manufacturing of your food, the education, your finances to a third party, the more that you put anything into a third party, whether it be a human, artificial intelligence, anything, the more freedom you lose. Okay? If you don't have to put your faith in anything, you control it. If you control your food, you control your water supply, you don't have to worry about anything. But as soon as you start giving in to easier food, more luxuries in the form of technology, that's how you start losing your freedom. Mathematics is real, and we can prove with science that AI is real. I haven't seen it proven. That's like saying we could prove with math that communism will work. That does make no sense to me. If we start to see high price inflation in this fake economy, since we have 100% artificial interest rates, then gold and silver will rise regardless of manipulation. Precious metals are highly manipulated now, but people will start to wake up when they start to see everyday goods rising on a month-to-month basis. Yeah. I mean, the gold, the gold's always going to have some value. I mean, that's been historically there. And and again, I think that gold is ancillary to crypto, or really crypto's ancillary to gold. Food and water are the real currencies. Yeah, listen, the real currency is being self-sufficient. You don't need, if you have your own water, your own food, your own relationships, what do you really need all the currency for? I understand. But once you start, trying to have luxuries and have technology make everything easier for you, that's where you start losing your freedom. But if you look at it real simple, you could live self-sustainable working with your own hands and you don't have to deal with anybody. But people don't want to live like that because they want luxuries and they want comfort. But you can't have them both. As soon as you want comfort, you sacrifice your freedom for security. Satoshi's real person that invented Bitcoin. It makes no rational sense that government created Bitcoin. Satoshi is Santa Claus. That's it. Champ's got. I'm gonna make a new video. Satoshi Santa Claus. That's my my new thing. I can't prove it though, Marlon. Listen, I think we do agree that the price is gonna go up, but it's not. I'm not believing in a savior in Satoshi. We need more reading in this space and understanding of the fundamentals of how Bitcoin works. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But I've read the white paper, and if you can't say that the champ is not paying attention to crypto. I'm here every day, and so are you. So, I invite you to at least consider my opinion as I'm considering yours. The preparedness community definitely got swallowed up by crypto. So many truthers and preppers seem to be in Bitcoin now. Aliens are better at mathematics than humans. Aliens, it's another hype. I'm not believing in aliens. That's another tall tale. Read Mastering Bitcoin by Andreas. I believe I have, and I will again. And I know that he is definitely a good mind in the space. And but Bitcoin ain't gonna save anybody, Marlon. I'm guaranteeing you. If anything, it's gonna create more inequality because there's so little that not everybody can have a Bitcoin. You think it's bad now? Wait until 5G is fully integrated. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. If you have faith and you see the big picture, you understand that good ends up prevailing. So I mean, I'm not scared of 5G. I don't care about all that. But yeah, let's see. This is going to get interesting now that, Champ has said that. I know a lot of people are going to be like, Champ's a fudder. He's not believing in the bits. And I'm believing. I'm hodling. I'm hodling down. I'm hodling down because this is the one, guys. Bitcoin is not meant to save us. It's meant to create a system of truth. Okay. That's what the Communist Manifesto is supposed to do. It's supposed to make an honest economic system. It's meant to give you an honest economic system. That didn't work out. You save yourself. Bitcoin is a tool. Listen, I know about all that, and I used to believe that, but it's all hype, Marlon. But listen, that being said, we could both agree the price of Bitcoin is going up, and you better have one, because if you don't, you may be stuck in the have-not category. Yeah, it's system to track all our money. That's what it is. Yeah. Rafterman said he read the book. He knows what happens in the end. Exactly. This goes way deeper than just economics, guys. What we're in the middle of is a major spiritual warfare, and if you stick around, you'll see it. You'll see it. But level one is saying, oh, there's a conspiracy. People are manipulating. There's several layers. And then there's another layer that says, Bitcoin's the alternative that's going to help us. But if you start peeling back, the layers are like 6, 7, 8 layers. Nothing is exactly as it seems. This goes way deeper. And when you see things like this, it makes you think, how deeply coded the matrix really is. And no, I don't believe it's a group of men in, like the Illuminati, all planning things and coding everything and making these, all these different coincidences. This thing is way bigger. We are destined to end to a bad end because we humans are greedy and fundamentally immoral beings. We are not destined to a bad end. That's not what the book says. But we are greedy and fundamentally immoral. Absolutely. We're fallen. Absolutely. The concept of good countries and good government is hype. Yeah, nobody is good. There's no good man on the earth. Zero. There is no good men out there. Okay? And if you read the book, you understand that. So the concept of good countries is hype. The concept of good men is also hype as well. On that note, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. This one went a little longer than expected. I just wanted to go in. I was going to make a video that wasn't live, just saying, talking about pay-to-play blockchains. But then I went on live. We did a normal live stream. And here we are, 47 minutes in. And it's always a pleasure. I really appreciate Marlon's been here from the very beginning. Marlon's a day one. I don't know. Marlon, and I think Marlon and CryptoZilla are like the day ones that have rocked with the champ. They've seen the ups and downs with the channel. And I hope that you continue to rock with us, even though maybe we may disagree on certain things. Marlon, you know that you're my crypto bro. Sometimes bros disagree, and that's what it is. But you're always welcome here. Main Event's been here. Rafterman, Thai City. I encourage you guys to tune into the champ. I'll continue to share some opinions, and some may not be, popular, and that's fine. I'm out here to be honest. To be honest. Forget that. Don't count on the AI to be honest. Count on the champ. Yeah, I'll rock with you, but we don't have to agree. But I respect you exactly, and I think that's good for men to when you let men disagree and have open discourse. That's how good ideas end up surfacing, because maybe I end up wrong. And then Marlon's like, champ, that stuff that you were saying a few months ago, you were wrong. You should check this out, or vice versa. And we can respect each other. It's not about being right. It's not about who's the winner as far as the argument. It's about being right. Who's holding the truth. And I don't care if I'm the one speaking the truth or the other. I just want the truth. Rafterman says, I remember Steam Monday. Yeah, Rafterman's been here for a while. I used to give out Steam on Mondays. Maniac Mondays. I used to do that. No, I've seen Rafterman here for a while. Marlon and the boomers out there. I appreciate all you maniacs. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. So, I'm probably going to have to do a video now. Satoshi Santa Claus. Satoshi Santa Claus, guys. Come on. He's got to be Santa Claus, guys. Come on. He's got to be signed. You don't think that, listen, you haven't seen Edward Snowden. He let us know that the entire internet spider, you can be on a Tor network. They got everybody a click away. The machine that you're on right now is probably compromised by the manufacturer directly from China. There's a backdoor in everything. And you're telling me that they don't know who Satoshi is? Guys, come on. Speaking of Steam, I'm thinking of picking up a bag at 13 cents. A lot of people say it seems attractive at those low prices, but every time I say I'm going to get more Steam, I see the price go down. And I got some more Steam in the summer and the price went down. It's like I haven't seen a good time to have bought Steam, like even in hindsight. Let's look at the Steam charts because I like Steam, guys. I really do. It's up today, 4% against Bitcoin. It's at 14 cents. But look at this chart. It's flatline. Let's look at the 3 months. So where is a good time to get into Steam in the past 3 months? I don't know. There's a lot of volume on the 30th for Steam. You can still catch me on Steam. I'm going to be posting there every single day as I do. And I continue to earn rewards. And yeah, I would like to be, more powered up on Steam. But the fact is that, I powered down and I've actually gone out of Steam because the long-term trend, the trend has been downwards as opposed to look at the 1 year on Steam and then look at the 1 year on Bitcoin. It's the opposite. And I'm not trying to talk anybody out of Steam because I like it and I'm going to be there. But, I'm only speaking truth. Look at the 1 year on Bitcoin. The 1 year in Bitcoin is an opposite. It's an upward trend. So my money's with Team Vitalik. Yeah, I think that Team Vitalik paid the piper there, Marlon. I think they paid the piper. I think they've been cleared already. So yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think that Ether's going to stick around. And you got to ask yourself, why is it going to stick around when it's not the superior technology? And the answer to that question is because they're a pay-to-play blockchain. What gives me faith in crypto is the best minds are in crypto. Vitalik, Dan, Charles, Trump, Johnson, Putin. Yeah, I mean, there is some strong minds. I agree with that. Holy water, Batman, it was here the whole time, says Robert Hammock. I'm not sure what you're alluding to, but again, Robert, I don't know what you're speaking a little cryptic, which is cool in a crypto channel, but let us know how you really feel. Don't dance and prance. Say it. You don't have to be, dance and prance. Say what you really mean. Take a few more comments and questions. Shout out to Robert, Marlon, and the rest of the boomers out there. Who else we got? Robert, Rafterman. We got Johnson, Main Event, Thai City, Queen's Races. Dropped me 2. Rafterman dropped me 2. I appreciate all you maniacs. What happens to crypto when Web 3.0 launches? I think crypto comes into play. Crypto's not going anywhere, guys. Thai City says Satoshi knew people, but they can't point you to his relatives or any company he worked for. Yeah. Satoshi is Santa Claus for people in the economic space. Santa, guys. Santa Claus. Marlon says nothing worth or having or using will be free. People supporting these no-fee blockchains are delusional. I can agree with that. What happens to crypto? We already announced that. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tune down. Enjoy the rest of my day. This went a little longer than expected, but I'm glad I said these things because, you got to say it, guys. Sometimes, I feel like some people hold their thoughts online and that's not the way to go. If you say what you mean and mean what you say, and that's what the champ continues to do. And I'll be bringing you that good crypto word. Dan Larimer is only known and is criticized for walking away from his projects. That is true, Marlon. But I like his projects. I mean, I like BitShares. I like Steam. I like EOS. But the trend on all those 3 blockchains, price-wise, has gone down. And I'm on all of those 3 blockchains. So. That's the right thing to do if you want to decentralize. Yeah, he walked away, and then, you know, the price went down. I mean, so decentralization didn't help those blockchains. So, I mean, listen, the concept of decentralization is definitely attractive. It sounds like a good utopia, but I'm starting to question if decentralization is just a bunch of hype. The question to ask yourself is does decentralization promise basically what communism promises in the form of equality? Is it like, you know, everything's going to be okay because it's decentralized and you can't get scammed anymore? It's like everything's going to be okay because now we have a socialist system where everybody gets health care and everybody's going to get a universal basic income. Everybody's going to be okay. But I'm wondering, guys, I know Marlon disagrees, but, you know, something to think about. Something to think about. I want you guys to definitely entertain that thought exercise. I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Decentralization doesn't promise equality, but yes, what it does promise is a better system than centralization, because, again, centralization is attributed to greed and manipulation and things of that sort. Decentralization promises consensus. Yeah. I mean, the question is that consensus free and clear of the greed just because it's decentralized? I don't know. But I think that's a whole nother topic. And, you know, we'll touch those on further streams. We've gone a little longer than expected. Always a pleasure, guys. EOS, SEC settlement, and play-to-play blockchains. Definitely, you know, it doesn't rub me the right way when I see EOS paying 24 mil to the Piper. But I'm not surprised, guys. It is what it is. And we'll see how that plays. I got a bag of EOS. Okay. With all this, I got a bag of EOS. I got a bag of Ether. Still got Litecoin. So, you know, I'm here. But yeah, on that note, I'm out of here. Shout out to Marlon. Shout out to all the boomers out there. I appreciate you, maniacs. It's the voice of the blockchain. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto. Boom. Thanks for tuning in.